Mads Lewis breaks her silence on the drama between Nessa Barrett and Jaden Hossler. We will update you on what she had to say on the Call Her Daddy podcast and why Jaden and Mads really broke up. I'm Kelsey McDonald and you're watching The Daily Report. It's continuing. We knew it was going to happen. Today's the day. Today is the day. I couldn't sleep. I was like, oh my God, Wednesday. It's here. Here we go. Mads Lewis has broken her silence regarding her breakup with Jaden Hossler and his new relationship with Nessa Barrett. It has been an insane couple of weeks for these TikTokers, and we've all been pretty invested in the drama. Mads seemed to start all of the drama after posting a TikTok that has since been taken down, showing a compilation of photos and videos of herself and Jaden, with clips of Jaden and Nessa together at the end to the song Better Than Revenge by Taylor Swift. She ended the video lip-syncing to the lyric, quote, "She took him faster than you can say sabotage." Nessa and Jaden have been spending a lot of time together since the release of their song La Di Die, and it looks like the two might actually be dating. In the beginning of all of this, Nessa's ex, Josh Richards, talked about the drama on his BFF's podcast, saying that he did not think that Nessa and Jaden were hooking up. I mean, that's his best friend and his ex-girlfriend. He would know them better than anyone, right? Well, it looks like Josh was wrong, really wrong, like didn't even see this coming wrong. Jaden and Nessa were spotted on a lunch date together yesterday by the Hollywood Fix paparazzi, being super cuddly, and Jaden even kissed Nessa. Everyone take that pause, take that gasp that I just did, pause for shock effect. Okay. And honestly, guys, it also looks like they're wearing each other's clothes. Pause again, shock effect, let it settle. Yesterday, we told you that Nessa and Jaden were spotted having dinner together and told the paparazzi that they both were happier than ever. Josh took to Twitter yesterday, tweeting his feelings, saying, quote, "Personally, I'm going to handle this offline. The last 3 weeks has been hard on me, and I just need time to think. I appreciate all of my friends and supporters that have reached out to check in on me. It means more than you know. I'm doing okay and have no ill will towards anyone." Fans came to Josh's side, one fan tweeting, quote, "Josh, you're one of the most mature people I've ever seen on social media. I love you, and that's the right thing to do." I cannot imagine what Josh is going through at the moment, and taking a break from social media does seem crucial to his healing process. But just because he's taking a break from social media does not mean he's putting a stop to his podcast. Dave Portnoy and Josh posted a video yesterday saying that an emergency podcast is coming to talk about what Mads had to say on the Call Her Daddy podcast. Do you think Mads is gonna join that with Josh? Mads and Josh take on the whole situation? Possibly. If not, that's a really good idea. You're welcome. So what did Mads have to say? Mads began the podcast talking about the video she posted on TikTok and how she never meant to hurt Josh. She talked about how her and Josh have been friends for 3 years now and even went on tour together. Mads said she saw how much Josh loved Nessa and Josh saw how much she loved Jaden. She said, quote, "I did release that video and that edit, and I never realized with me posting that I'd be hurting Josh. But I was, because that is literally his ex-girlfriend, so I'm an idiot for posting it. So I just want to say sorry to Josh because I love him." Mads then went on to talk about the day that changed everything for her and Jaden. She said that he was going on a trip with a couple of his friends, which included Nessa, and she didn't think anything of it because it was planned for a few weeks and she wanted him to have fun with his friends. She went on to say that she broke her phone that morning and Jaden gave her his phone to just make sure she had a way to communicate with him if she needed him. This is where it gets a little tricky. After giving Mads his phone and leaving to go on his trip, he came back and took the phone back, saying that his manager felt like Mads convinced Jaden into giving her his phone because she broke hers. So Jaden instead gave her his iPad to use. Mads said that before Jaden gave her his phone to use, he deleted a message and she knew it would still be on the iPad. Mads said, quote, "I was like, nope, it's his privacy. I'm not gonna go through it." But after 6+ hours of not hearing from Jaden, she said she had a quote unquote gut feeling that something was going on. After searching for Nessa's name in his text messages, nothing came up. So Mads looked through the text from his manager. She said that there was a text that Jaden sent his manager saying, quote, "I'm coming to Laguna," and he sent voice recordings to her but told her to delete them. Then Mads saw 2 voice recordings from his manager saying, quote, "The feelings are mutual between you and Nessa. You just have to make sure you're not with Mads." They also said, quote, "I'm so glad Mads isn't coming. You just have to break up with her. Hopefully you guys can pursue what you already started. Sounds like the manager knows a lot of things that no one else knows. Sounds like the manager's doing a lot of things. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Anybody picking up what I'm putting down? Kyle is. Mads said after hearing the voice recording, she called Jaden 20 times, and after finally getting him to call her back, she told him he had one chance to tell her the truth. He told her, quote, "Okay, I don't like you anymore." Mads then went on to explain that she understood that he didn't like her anymore because they just weren't happy and that they truly didn't break up because of Nessa. Mads said, quote, "Love the kid, I wish him the absolute best. No, he did not cheat on me. He did not get with Nessa. That's what he said. That's what I'm gonna believe." But Jaden told Nessa not to tell Josh about any of this. Shady. Mads then said she believes that Jaden was brainwashed into liking Nessa for clout. So many different stories, I don't even know what to believe. So are Nessa and Jaden together? Well, they got matching tattoos and were wearing each other's clothes. Also, Keemstar tweeted out yesterday, quote, "Jaden Hustler and Nessa Barrett are confirmed boyfriend and girlfriend. Just got off the phone with one of our mutual friends." So if that doesn't say a relationship, then I don't know what does. Just saying. But now we want to know what you think. What do you think of Mads' side of the story? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to the Awesomeness TV Daily Report channel. And make sure to follow us at Awesomeness TV on Instagram for more. Also, make sure to follow the Daily Report podcast on Spotify. The link is right there down in the description box below. I'm Kelsey McDonald, and Kyle, do you understand what I was trying to say about the manager situation? About the clout? About the cut me off before I spill some tea?